I will tell you more of the Saga of Noggin the Nog, as it was told in days of old by the men of the Northland as they sat by their great log fires. I told you how Noggin, Prince of the Nogs, set off in a fine ship to sail to the land of the Nooks, to ask Nuka, Princess of the Nooks, to be his queen. And I told you how Graculus, the green bird that had been sent to guide them, fell sick in a great storm. And when the dawn came after the storm, the sea was calm, and they didn't know which way to row. And Graculus was too ill to speak, so there was nothing to do but sit in the sun and fish, and wait for the wind to come up. Land ho! Land. And there before them was an island, a small, smooth, brownish-grey island. They landed the chief warrior, Thornogson, on the island, which was covered with a sort of fine brown grass. And Thornogson took a spade and tried to dig up some of the grass. And as he did so, the island heaved up at one side. And a huge head with great teeth and fierce whiskers appeared out of the water.
Here, I say, do you mind? That hurts.
Help! It's all right. It's only a sea monster.
Only a sea monster, indeed. I am Arup, king of the walruses.
Oh, well, this is an honour. Pleased to meet you. I am Noggin, Prince of the Nogs, and I'm sorry if we hurt you. Only we thought you were an island. You are rather huge, you know.
Yes, I am big, aren't I? I'm the biggest walrus there is. But of course that's quite as it should be, as I'm king of the walruses.
Of course, yes. Would you care to join me in a bite of something? A ship's biscuit, perhaps? I generally have a snack at this time of the morning.
A ship's biscuit? Oh, yes, that would be nice. I'm feeling a bit peckish myself.
So Noggin's men brought up a huge box of ship's biscuits from the hold. How would you like them, Your Majesty?
Oh, just throw them in.
And the king of the walruses opened his great mouth. Noggin and his warriors picked up ship's biscuits and threw them into the walrus's mouth until the great big box was empty. Then the king of the walruses closed his mouth and chewed.
Delicious. We haven't had ship's biscuit for years.
Hi, what about me? Oh, throw him a biscuit, somebody.
No, I mean I want to come back on board. You can't leave me on the back of this monster all day.
Manners, Thornogson, manners. This is Arup, king of the walruses, and we'll rescue you just as soon as we've finished our 11s.
Well now, where are you heading for?
We're heading for the land of the Nooks, but we rather lost our way in that storm last night.
Oh, are you? Well, I'm going that way myself. Allow me to give you a tow.
Well, that would be a great help, if you're sure it wouldn't be any trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all, I assure you. Just throw your gardener here a rope, and he can tie it round my neck.
So they threw Thornogson a rope, which he tied round the walrus's neck. And then he climbed back on board the ship.
All set, then?
And the walrus swam off through the calm water, pulling the ship behind him. Swiftly he swam away from the sun, and the ship cut the water as it did on the first day when the east wind took them. And then, as the sun set, they stopped to rest and have supper. The king of the walruses ate another box of ship's biscuits, and for the first time Graculus sat up in bed and took nourishment. Just a little sardine, if you don't mind. Ooh, I do feel funny. All that night, in the wake of the great walrus, they sped on through the dark sea. And as the dawn came, they saw icebergs all around them, and a fresh wind was blowing from the east.
Well, I'll be off now. I'm heading south from here, but there's plenty of wind. Just keep the midday sun behind you and mind out of the way of the icebergs. Good luck.
The king of the walruses dived down under the ship and came up on the other side. and he swam away into the distance.
Goodbye, Walrus. Thank you. You know, Noggin, it's really just as well he went when he did. We're right out of ship's biscuits, and goodness knows what he'd have eaten next.
Graculus was feeling a bit better. The day was fine, the wind was good, and the helmsman steered the ship past the icebergs, until they saw before them a wall of ice, all spiky and black.
Oh, I don't like the look of that at all.
And Noggin went below and carried Graculus up from his bed onto the deck.
Look, Graculus, what do you make of that?
The black ice at the edge of the world. You have been quick. Well, now I must guide you from here, for the way is dangerous. Graculus stood on the prow of the ship, wearing a warm woolly scarf. And he guided the helmsman past the whirlpools where the sea spills out over the edge of the world. Past the rocks of black ice where the sea foams and crashes. And all the while the wind howled in the rigging. The snow and the sleet blew past them in clouds. And Graculus stood on the prow of the ship and called out the bearings. Just a little more to the right, would you? Thank you. All that night Graculus stood there in the cold and snow, and the mariners took turns to climb up on the prow of the ship and give him mugs of hot cocoa and slices of hot buttered toast. When the sun rose, the black ice was far behind them. Graculus climbed down off his cold perch. It's straight on from here. Bear left just beyond that iceberg that looks like a camel with two humps, and you'll see it in front of you. Ooh, I'm going back to bed. They sailed on, past the big iceberg that looked like a camel with two humps. And there before them they saw a flat land, with mountains behind. A flat land white with ice and snow. Noggin the Nog took his telescope and looked out towards the land. He could see no sign of anything living.
It looks a bit bleak to me.
Oh, you get used to it.
Eh?
Noggin looked down, and there was a little man in a little leather boat. A moon-faced fellow, with a fur hood.
You're a Nook,
Said Noggin. Yes, and you're a Nog, replied the little man.
Oh, pleased to meet you. We are looking for the land of the midnight sun, the kingdom of Nan of the Nooks.
Well, that's it. In front of you. I'll go and tell them you're coming. And the little Nook paddled away as fast as he could towards the land.